this the best Disney World Thanksgiving?
Princess Bear, today we're at Disney's Magic Kingdom because we're feeling the magic in time to return to
the Liberty Tree Tavern.
Yes, apparently we're all about liberty as it is National Native American Heritage Month. I see no better place to celebrate their own liberty here at Liberty Tree.
Yes.
And they have a new menu and it's your number one choice of foodie for entertainment. We're here to try the food, so you don't have to. She's vegan. I'm not. I ride for the Native Americans.
It's time to foodie and chill. I have to use a knife and fork for this bread because it's so wet, but it looks delicious. And I'm so glad that it's not like your standard allergy bread to be vegan. It looks so good. It tastes like a delicious garlic bread, and I'm definitely going to be asking for more of this. This is a 5 out of 5. It is a Princessities item. I always love a unique bread, but this one is the stuff of dreams.
We like a good bread service. Now, an herbed bread service that the princess can have, that is a thing to celebrate. Beautimous. Every single time I've had garlic bread in my life, I rate it on a Godzilla scale. If it makes me feel like Godzilla, it is an appropriate amount of garlic. This is bordering the line, but still good. 3.75 out of 5 flaws. Here we have the regular bread, the non-vegan bread. The same sort of Parker House roll. You have the nice herbs on top, but with butter. Another bread is good. Fantastic even. Remember, this is all you care to enjoy. You have other food to eat. Don't fill up on the bread. It's very tempting. I get it. But you can leave the bread on the table. They're not going to take it from you. You have to fight the service for the bread, but in moderation. I know moderation is something we preach on this channel, but pace yourself. 4 out of 5 flaws.
Now, my salad has to be modified with no cheese, and the dressing has honey. So they give you oil and vinegar. So I'm going to put a small amount of vinegar on here. Ooh. And then a baby amount of oil. And then I have pocket parm. So I'm going to put some pocket parm on here too. I know that's cheating, but I want a good salad. Alright, now let me toss my salad, right? Ish. Not really. I'm just going to fork it. And say cheers to a salad. It tastes like leaves. It doesn't toss my salad. I'm not into it. The parm doesn't help. I would give it a 1 out of 5 salads. I miss the old salad. That one was way better than this salad.
Oh, a nice house salad. Got a lot of berries and fruits in here. I'm looking at some apples, some cranberries, a little bit of radish, olive oil and vinegar for dressing. I feel like y'all could do a little bit better, especially in the olden times, but honestly, what ruins most salads is the base. Good salad isn't hard to make, but if your lettuce is then your salad's gonna be It's like an iceberg lettuce mix. It's not the best, it's giving nothing. It's giving crunchy, but no flavor. All the flavor is coming from the dressing and the fruit. So basically, in this case, you're getting fruity vinegar oil and the parm we added. It's giving nothing. It's like twerking with no booty. I would give it 2 out of 5 flaws. They trusted me with heavy utensils. It's a bad idea. The damage I could cause with this. So many snatched labubu's. Don't tempt me. Now, the salad comes pre-dressed. The dressing has honey in it. So vegetarians, it's good for you. Vegans, obviously not. There's no meat or anything else in it. It's just literally the cheese and the dressing that makes it vegetarian. Okay. One thing we don't like is a hard to pick up salad. Start stabbing things until something comes out. The cheese and the dressing do add a little dimension of the sort of like sour flavor of the cheese, and then you have like the sweetness of the dressing, the hint of honey, but it's still like the lettuce is the weak part. With this one, it's so dressed that the lettuce loses its snap, which is really the only thing it had going for it, and being that you're getting nothing else from the lettuce, I still think it could do better. 2.5 out of 5 claws, it's passable, but just barely.
The Impossible Meatloaf has definitely evolved, and you guys have been asking us to come here for a while since they removed the mushroom gravy, and here we are. And yes, there's no mushroom gravy. It's just Impossible, huge block of meatloaf. I feel like the old version was always over peppered and just not right. And this, like the way that they do it and they pan sheet it out now, I think they can season it properly, so this is a lot more flavorful. And then I love the topping. It is delicious. It is much improved over the last couple times that we've been here. So I appreciate this. I'm going to give it a 4.75 out of 5 meatloafs. It is delicious.
So all you care to enjoy vegan food, starting on with this massive slab of meatloaf. It is both a thicker and wider boy. Since the last time we came here, it has definitely had a glow. Whether it's a glow up or a glow down, I'm not quite sure, but there's a glow to it, you know? I don't necessarily need gravy on meatloaf or the like Fox Salisbury steak analog that it was before, so I'm glad to see a change. I just hope change for the better. That's a massive bite. We commit to our mistakes. I'll admit, the base flavor of the meatloaf is much better. This tastes more akin to meatloaf. If you told me it wasn't Impossible, honestly, I believe you, because it tastes like meatloaf. It's much better seasoned than the old dish. And honestly, that salt lick of a slab of plant-based meat they gave you before was borderline awful. And you had salty gravy on top of it, so it just doubled the problem. This feels more purposeful, and I approve. 4 out of 5 claws.
And so we have the green beans. You can't switch out the veggies. They had green beans. They taste very fresh, very garlicky. I enjoy them. I would give them a 3 out of 5 green beans. I'm not a big green bean person. I would prefer it to be broccolini, but beggars can't be choosers.
The green beans, bane of my existence. We don't need that many. Kids, when I say eat your greens, I don't mean green beans. Your parents try to make you eat these. You tell them that Bear said you didn't have to eat green beans and they should get you a real green vegetable like broccoli or spinach, not these green rubber tubes of nonsense. I mean, as far as green beans go, I have worse. At least they're not rubbery. I'm glad about that. They're a little garlicky, but that's not a bad thing. It's probably the main flavor. And then just green, because honestly, I don't really know what green beans taste like. They're just green stuff, and you chew it, you swallow. They don't have, like, to me, a very distinct or memorable flavor to me. It's just green nonsense. And it's still green nonsense, even when you add garlic. It's just garlicky green nonsense. I'm just being a hater, truthfully. 2.75 out of 5 claws.
Now, the gorgeous potato. Who doesn't want a potato in their life, even though, we don't have any gravy anymore? But it's a chunky one. It needs a gravy, or a jus, or reduction, or maybe some, vegan butter. Any of those would be great. I'll put some of the topping from the bread. That would also be good. I would give it a 3 out of 5 potatoes. It's decent.
In this big year of 2025, I feel like olive oil-based mashed potatoes are crime. Earth balance exists. There are so many plant-based, butter alternatives. Olive oil mashed potatoes should be outlawed. It'll be the platform I run on when I run for, president in like 2058. It's a potato. It's an oily potato. 3 out of 5 points. Home style Liberty Tree mac and cheese. You get a little fake skillet, plastic of course, because you don't want to, slap somebody in the head with it. You are not Rapunzel, even if you want to think that you are. But, you love a good home style mac and cheese. Home style. Is it homemade? We'll find out. One of the worst parts about being lactose intolerant, for me, personally, is that I haven't always been lactose intolerant. Right around the ripe age of like 23, it flipped. I just couldn't have milk and cheese like that anymore. I remember how good cheesy things are, and it haunts me. Great strides in alt cheeses and alt milks, great. But they have never ever lived up to like the core of a nice, good, like cheesy, but it'd be like mozzarella sticks or mac and cheese or a 4-cheese pizza, fettuccine alfredo. While good, they haven't matched that flavor. So I still remember how good cheese can be. I also remember how bad cheese can be. This is given like frozen macaroni at Walmart mac and cheese. It's cheesy, but it's not given like, it's more like cheese sauce than like we melted multiple cheeses to make you something home style. It's passable. It's better than Kraft. And as long as you're doing better than Kraft in the mac and cheese world, you're doing okay. I give it 3.5 out of 5 points. So, Thanksgiving 365, sometimes 366, here at Liberty Tree. Thanksgiving all year round. Before we get to Thanksgiving, for the day that it is, what are you guys thankful for this year? Doesn't have to be something big. You could be thankful that it hasn't rained as much. You can be thankful that it has rained. I need to hear comments from you guys. Give us somebody to talk to. We get bored at home editing. We want to talk to you guys. Until then, I'm going to try this food. So the star is the turkey. Yes, we do have turkey. They also give you a half Aladdin boat level of turkey gravy. It's not vegan. So I'm going to dippy dip because I have this all to myself. Because turkey without gravy is just boring. Okay, before I pass judgment, I got to try the turkey again with no gravy. It's technically turkey, okay? It's cooked. It's not dry, but it's approaching dry. It's slightly herbed, but not in a way that's going to matter. Like, honestly, the most of the flavor that I had in the first bite was the gravy. The turkey's giving me nothing. It's like a blank sheet of printer paper. You can put stuff on it, but on its own, I'm not jumping for joy. It's not like a, wonderfully slow-cooked turkey or like something like fried with a crunchy skin. It's just a turkey slice. It's okay, but it ain't great. 3 out of 5 plus. You can't have a full plate without some sort of beef. You have this pulled beef here in its own sauce, nice and juicy looking. I'm sure that some people do come here for the beef. I don't got beef with them though. It's a nice shredded pot roast, honestly. It's not bad. A little char on the edges. I was expecting it to be pretty terrible, honestly, but it's flavorful. It's okay. It's not going to win any awards. It's not getting a blue ribbon. You're not getting raised above a crowd with cheers, but it's a passable protein. 3.75 out of 5 plus. We have gotten multiple requests to come here. Mainly because the menu, quote unquote, air quotes, changed. The only major change to this menu within the last few months has been your pork portion. It went from the pork that it was before to to this sliced traditional ham, looking like a honey baked ham analog. It comes with its own sauce. It's all you care to enjoy as well, so you can't ask for more. But this is your big change. No massive change to vegan options. No massive change to anything else on the plate. You're just getting a different kind of pork. But is it good? That's what you're really here for. It's a well-cooked, juicy ham. The sauce on top is like an apple glaze, which gives it a hint of sweetness, which pairs well with like the natural sweetness of what ham would be to begin with. When it comes to all you care to enjoy, even with the proteins in this plate, I feel like Liberty Tree does a good job, but I feel like Garden Grill does a better job. This new pork, it's not bad. It's not changing my overall opinion of Liberty Tree as a whole, but I don't feel like it was a downgrade. It's more like a sidestep, if you will. 3.75 out of 5 stars. The real star of any Thanksgiving meal is the stuffing. They'll tell you it's a turkey. They'll tell you it's the ham. They'll tell you that it's your aunt's terrible potato salad with raisins in it. Not my aunt's. I hope not, anyway. But I show up for the stuffing and deviled eggs. The princess, in her infinite grace, usually makes me 2 to 3 kinds of stuffing every year. That's my fat kid Olympics. This just looks like your typical like stove-top bread stuffing, but let's find out. It's very good. The turkey broth-based stuffing. It's got all the normal fixins, the little bits of carrot in there, a little bit of celery. It's not vegetarian. I'm sorry, vegetarians, they don't have any sort of stuffing for you. I would like to see eventually some sort of vegan/vegetarian compliant stuffing in here. It's really not that hard to make. You can make the entire stuffing vegetarian and nobody would notice. If they want it not vegetarian, they can just add gravy to it, to be honest. It's okay. It's fully involved. So like they actually mixed it well. It's not like pieces of bread still in there, pieces of like bread cubes. It's an okay stuffing. It's a little on the salty side, so I'd watch how much gravy you added to it, but it's still good. 3.25 out of 5 stars. House stock mashed potatoes, the thickiest of the thicky. This is probably about how thick the macaroni and cheese should have been. And the macaroni and cheese is not that thick. That's the one that'll make your eyes start to roll back in your head. That is very good. And I stress on very good mashed potatoes. It's not fixing the whole plate, but that level of butter and potato, a little bit of salt, and a hint of garlic in there, that's good stuff. That can put me into a after family dinner level coma, so at least we don't have to have any more table conversations. 4.5 out of 5 plus.
As we sit in a room with several George Washington portraits, I have to cheers to the Federalist wine. Cheers to to all things, but mostly America. 4 out of 5 Sam Eagles.
Nice little Cabernet Sauvignon. Sauvignon, you gotta get the yawns out. Ooh. The mouth noises aren't needed, but they're fun for me. Don't judge me. It's a nice medium body wine. It's got some character to it, but not like really dry. I think really dry wine would not go well with this meal, so I think the Federalist is a good pick. If you're a wine drinker, there's really not any better views you're going to get with a tall bottle of wine and then being able to see outside. Most of the restaurants here are table service, other than maybe like the Plaza. You can't really see outside. So, I mean, most of the seats in Tony's are in the back. The wine, though, it's good. I give it 3.75 out of 5 plus. So, the Disney Magic Kingdom cocktails, let's be honest. This cocktail rollout and table service has not been great. I'm happy to have them. Don't take them back. I'll keep them. I don't care how bad they are. Most of them have been bad. So when I come across one that I haven't had yet, it perks my interest. So this ginger pear snap is Tito's and St. Germain's liquor with a pear vodka. Cheers to the natives, the Native Americans. That's all I got.
I'll buy you 10 more.
That's not bad. Not bad at all. I was expecting it to be awful, especially with the batch drinks that we've had recently. All of the table service here at Magic Kingdom that do have cocktails, they aren't made in-house. They're made across the lagoon and then boated over here. This was actually quite good. A little bit of sugar on the rim. It's like drinking an alcoholic pear. Now I want pear juice and sugar at the house. 4 out of 5 plus.
One of 2 vegan options is this beautiful raspberry sorbet, and it's got some blueberries on top. And I'm just going to grab some of this sorbet because I think this is a nice little refreshing, like, palate cleanser. The sorbet is nice. It's just a little seedy. I'm not really into that. But, like, it's fresh. It tastes super fresh. So I'm going to give it a 3.75 out of 5 raspberries. It's good. I just wish it wasn't so seedy.
A nice sorbet with berries. Let's just dive right in here. Make it pink. Make it deep purple. I lost the plot already. It's cold, obviously. I have a sensitivity to cold things, where I have this nasty habit of like closing my eyes when I eat something too cold. It's ice cold. Sorbet, it's okay. I do have mini seeds caught in my teeth, but I do like the blueberries on top. 3.75 out of 5 claws.
What's cooler than being cool?
Frozone? No? Ice cold? It's frozen.
The main vegan dessert here is apple-y and a little coconutty and pudding-y and I don't know, unique dessert, let's say. Maybe. If I can get it on my spoon. Here we go. Cheers to dessert. All I taste is cinnamon and coconut, and I'm sure if you're into that or if it's not as like prominent in your mouth, you're going to enjoy this. But for me, this is not an enjoyable dessert. For me, it's a 2 out of 5, but I think for most people, it's probably going to be like a 4 out of 5.
We love plant-based desserts, especially when they're challenging. I say this with the utmost respect. And I really mean that. I'm not being funny in this case. I'm not being facetious. There's no evil joke. I got no punchline. It tastes gluten-free. The flavor's good, though. 3.5 out of 5 plus. No Thanksgiving meal or Thanksgiving adjacent meal, Thanksgiving analog, holiday meal is complete without dessert. Now, I was not a dessert person. Going to All You Care to Enjoy is where I'm forced to get dessert. Not really forced. They're not going to make you eat it, but it arrives anyway. Always leaves me with a dilemma. I don't usually save room for dessert. Luckily for me today, even if I wanted to save room for dessert, it's topped with a massive amount of ice cream that I couldn't eat anyway. So you have this ooey gooey toffee cake. I'm going to take the smallest bare portion of the toffee cake. I'm going to put this on a plate. And then we're going to divide this again. Like I was actually good at some level of math. That's my portion. Right there. It is in fact ooey gooey. The flavor is very similar to like a warm cookie cake, but thicker, topped with ice cream. It's definitely straddling the line of that like sweet dessert, ice cream on top, sort of like a brookie, but like toffee. It works for what it is. 3.75 out of 5 plus. Liberty Tree the best Thanksgiving at Walt Disney World?
I guess. I guess.
I feel like Liberty Tree gets a pass sometimes because the food at Magic Kingdom has been so, I'll say inconsistent because a lot of it's getting better.
Well, but it's Thanksgiving all year long. So even if you don't come in November, you can still enjoy a Thanksgiving any time of year. So.
I guess it really depends on how you feel about your family Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
It's really how you're gonna rate this restaurant. The food is it's above average. It's not like there's nothing in here specifically. I'm like, hey, you have to run here for this.
Right.
But you will have a good meal.
Yes.
And I suppose when a good meal and it's all you can enjoy, good is all right.
Yeah, get all of the best pieces of the things that you liked.
Yes. I'm full. I didn't have a bad time. The food was tasty. Am I gonna remember it even tomorrow? Probably not.
No.
But it was good. But we know what you guys think. I know that Liberty Tree has a special place in a lot of people's hearts. But the one question I have is that why does nobody ever talk about Diamond Horseshoe?
It's the same menu.
Nobody ever talks about it. Like, never. Even amongst our mutuals. Nobody ever talks about Diamond Horseshoe.
Okay, but pre-Pandy it used to not be the same menu, but since the Pandy
That was
is the same
5
menu,
years
so I mean, I feel like that's kind of why it's not as popular, is because like most people don't know that it's the same menu as Liberty Tree now.
I need them to tell me why
I
they
don't
don't know
know.
about it.
I liked it when it was its own menu, personally.
Maybe it's like the bell here, the crack in it, a little bit of wabi-sabi,
smidgen.
you know? I don't know what you guys think, as always. If there's anything else you can see us do, the comments will be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
We have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear will just become a Liberty Tree.
Find me in Piston Peak, but you heard the girl.